So the next step is to put stucco on it, and then I went ahead and drew some little outlines of where we're going to have some cracks and then some brick exposed, but this is what we got going on so far. They even make me paint behind bars.
That's looking good.
Thanks.
You're making that new plywood look so old.
So old. Needs wrinkle cream.
That's awesome. This is gonna be so cool.
So cool.
And then over here, what I'm working on right now is I cut a hole. Hey! This is just, I'm doing this just like I made the columns for our haunt. I'm going to cut a hole in the plywood, and then I'm basically going to put another piece of plywood behind it to give it that 3/4 inch or inch difference in height. And then I'm going to cut little fake bricks and stick it on there, and it just adds some levels to it to make it more real.
So this is what we've got going on today. We've already been here for a couple of hours, and it's a beautiful day. The wind is not so gusty, but it's here still. Anyway, what we are doing, oh, let's see. Since I can't remember, I'll just do a brief rundown. Alright, so we got the bars in the black, shadow boxes in there, we got the wood, and now what we're doing is we're going to go around and cover everything with mortar. And then we went ahead and did a little design right there. That's going to be the brick exposed. And then the other window we got done. And then I already started to put mortar and stuff and make my bricks look bricky. If that's a word. Probably not. And Chris put some stuff on there. We run around right there. We're just basically covering up screw holes and cracks and seams, blemishes, all that jazz. Chris is going potty. He's a big boy.
Don't tell him that.
Sorry. Your secret's revealed. He's probably like, don't talk like that either. And this is what we're using. Versabond fortified thin set mortar. This says it's bonds well to plywood and concrete floors. Concrete floors. I am Walter Cronkite. Man, that's bad. Sorry.
Tell us what we're doing.
Well, we've got a little bit of a mortar mix right here, and I'm just going along the crack trying to make it look like it's been busted a little bit.
It looks awesome.
Why, thank you, sir. That's what we're doing. What are you doing? Want to show people what you're doing?
Gina makes fake bricks so
Fake
well.
bricks.
I'm just basically doing the same thing. I'm just doing a base coat of the thin set over all the hardy backer, covering up all our screw holes and cracks. Hopefully we can get this done so that we can put a layer of stucco on today. We're supposed to wait 24 hours, but I think with the sun cooking us right now, we're both, the jail and us, are going to all be well done today. Ah!
So, what do you think of our stucco? Looks pretty good. So this is Chris's area, and then this is what I stuccoed. It's my first time.
I started before you, though.
You did start before me. I wanted them to think that you were amazing.
Slap it on!
Slap it on! Any special techniques?
Yes, so I do like a fan motion. And then half of it falls to the ground on Gina's head.
Yeah, this is true.
By the end of the day, we'll look like we'll be able to camouflage into the jail. It'll be a nice Halloween thing, so like we can spring out and scare kids.
Like those glow-in-the-dark dot rooms?
Yeah.
Nice.
Only stucco people.
But there it is, folks. So we stuccoed the jail, and we almost got finished. And look at what happened. Ah! We needed that much more. So we had to open a new bag, and we're going to try to get the colors to match. Yee! All right, everyone, I just thought I'd show you how our stucco job turned out before I start to age it. And this is what we got. Let's get a close-up. This is my section. Ooh. Ah. That was a lot of fun. Except for I have blisters on my hands and it hurts. I guess I have real soft hands. Oh gosh. But there it is. And I'm gonna age it. Alright everyone, we just got here today. I thought I was going to finish yesterday, but I kind of made a little mistake, so come and check out what I did. So, under here I aged it, but because it's so windy and I did a large spot, I had some runs that I wasn't able to get to fast enough, so it kind of dried with some runs, and I didn't really like the way it looked, just being anal. So, I took a little bit of stucco and I went back over the big drips and stuff like that and then kind of smoothed it out a little bit. So today what I'm going to be doing is going back over it with some watered down and then just trying to get it before it drips. So smaller sections, I guess that's a lesson to learn when it's super windy and really hot outside for January. It's so weird. Anyway, then another thing that I did yesterday is I painted the bars. So I don't know, Chris, if you want to zoom in a little bit, but just took some Rust-Oleum, or is it Hammerite?
It's Rust-Oleum's the company, but Hammerite's the type of paint.
Well, Rust-Oleum Hammerite then. Anyway, but this is kind of like a muted silver color, so it's not quite metallic, so it just dyed down the galvanized look. Yeah, don't fall off. And so I did that to that one, and this one right here is drying because there was one spot that I couldn't get to because you got to spin them, and when they're wet, you don't want a big old handprint. But come and look at what Chris built yesterday. He built a handle. So, and it's so funny because he was whittling away at this, and then I went and I looked in one of the floats for the mud.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, and I go, Chris, we could have gotten one.
I totally would have done that. Yeah.
So if we find it, I think it's actually put away in the bank right now, but that's where we
I didn't spend more than like 10 minutes on it, but yeah, I definitely, for the other doors, I'll just get that. It's faster.
Aged a little bit underneath all of the little logs.
And then you're going to work on the bricks today?
Yep. I went ahead and did a little base coat. This is kind of like a purplish, like a really, I don't know if it's purple, but it's kind of got that purple hint to it.
Yeah.
But it's like a gray. It's a gray that looks purple. Let's just say that. But it's just a base coat, so I'm going to try to make it blend in a little bit better with that. So.
Cool.
All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm going in and I'm filling the cracks or the grout lines with some tan paint right here. And then what I also did is on the bricks, I went over the purplish gray color. I dry brushed that, and then I went and I stippled some brown over on top of that, and did some big kind of dot stipples and some teeny tiny stipples to kind of give it that thing. And it looks really good when you step back from a distance. From a distance.
It looks good.
Yeah. So we just built a new horse tie-off right here, and they used to have a stable on their campsite, so they have all these old horse saddles and stirrups and everything. So what I'm going to do right now is take off all this extra stuff so the kids can't actually get on and like hang off the stirrups. And Christopher and I, we went around, we found some old wood around the property, and we gathered it up, brought it over here, and we made this kind of a horse tie-off. So this one's a lot more rustic. All Alright, there's the finished product. What do you guys think? That was a lot of fun to build. So we got our little horse tie-off right here, and the deck, the jail sign, the door, the exposed brick, and there's our little jail. And you have just joined us for another exciting adventure of Hollywood Haunter Presents. Okay, maybe not, but there's our jail.